Hi everyone, it's Dulles, Kiwi Scrapper from New Zealand. I'm here to share a project with you today on a Tussie Mussy. It's my very first Tussie Mussy, and I started it last night and finished it this morning, so I thought I'd get it up and show it to you. But before I do, I just want to say something. This morning I've watched several videos, I think they're called vlogs, V-L-O-G-S, as opposed to blogs, which are written, I guess. I never knew what a vlog was, and when I saw this, I think the first one I saw was by Rosella, who's Zendalee on YouTube, and so I went in just out of curiosity to see what a vlog was. And she had a very interesting talk, and that was great. And then Lily Lineker did a vlog, so knowing what a vlog was by then, I went in and had a listen to hers, and that was just great. And then I've just listened to, well, it wasn't labelled as a vlog, but I guess it was a vlog, and that was by Sharon, who's Hope for a Cure. And it was just so mind-blowing that people feel safe enough in our crafting community on YouTube to really open up about themselves, about the way they feel, about problems or health issues they have. You know, there are so many nasty, mean, horrible people in this world that just seem to want to go about saying nasty things to people, making nasty comments, upsetting people, that it's lovely to know that our fellow crafters are feeling safe enough in our crafting community to be able to actually open up and share things about themselves, about their lives, about the way they feel, about their emotions. That's fabulous. I mean, that's a real good community to belong to. Sorry, I'm just adjusting that because the shadows are coming in. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say that I was really touched emotionally that people will do that. I'm not that brave enough. And many of you, well, not many, a few of you will know from a video I did a couple of days ago that I've been feeling pretty flat and low myself, due to just being overtired from my work. I work on a psychiatric hospital ward, so it's pretty emotionally and physically demanding. And you know, I am getting older, and I've had, you know, a few health problems myself over this past couple of years. So you know, it's kind of like I just came home and I just had enough, and I just wanted to do nothing. I'm feeling much better today because obviously I've rested up. So you know, I know what it's like to feel like that, but I probably wouldn't go into too much detail and share it because I'm quite new to the community and I don't know enough people, I guess. But anyway, without further ado, look, I've wasted 3 minutes. Well, I hope they're not wasted. Tussie Mussies, yes. You know, when I first saw videos on Tussie Mussies, I couldn't figure out what they were for. I thought, you know, what do you do with them? I know in Victorian times, a Tussie Mussie was like a little posy of flowers that was given to people. So when I saw these sort of cone-shaped things, and people called them Tussie Mussies and doing stuff, I was a little bit confused. And I thought, well, what do you do with them? What are they for? But I've been watching several videos and seeing people make up some beautiful ones. And my all-time favourite, and I mentioned it on a video, my last video actually, but I didn't mention the name because I forgot. Shame on me. Although I put it in the description box below that video. And that was a fabulous, beautiful Tussie Mussy made by Nancy, whose YouTube channel is Sweet Nana Farm. Pretty sure that's it. If I got that wrong, my apologies, Nancy, if you're watching. But anyway, she made up a fabulous Tussie Mussy, and if you haven't seen that yet, pop on over to her channel and have a look. It's just beautiful. So I was inspired. I bought 2 of these. I found them in an op shop. And if I hadn't been watching all these Tussie Mussy videos, I'd have thought, what on earth is that? And I'd have passed it by. I'd have thought it was some kind of vase to put on the wall, and not a very attractive one. So anyway, I found two of these. They were brand new. They were in plastic wrappings, $2.50. So I presume they probably would have been got from the $2 shop or something, and somebody's not used them. Um, these ones are good because they're all textured, and they're obviously made that way, so they're ready to use. But what I did first of all, I covered this in gesso, 2 layers of gesso, and then I went over it with a antique white acrylic paint. And I'm sorry for the shadows on my table, it's just that time of day. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in New Zealand. So it's that kind of day when, you know, the light comes in and it casts shadows, so I do apologise. Yeah, so after doing that, I then sort of wondered, what on earth am I going to do with this, because I've never made a tussie mussy before and I've got no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. So I thought first of all I'd do it in vintage colours. So I got this piece of cream lace fabric, and then I covered the whole thing right over it, and covered the inside bit as well, as far as I could go down there. It's quite a way down. So I had the antique cream background paint, and then this was covered over it. And then I thought, what do I do next? And then I sat there and pondered it, and I did something like I draped it, but I didn't like it actually. It didn't work well for me, so that was all pulled off, and I started again. And initially I wanted to do this in vintage tones of just white and cream, because I've got kind of hooked on those vintage tones now. I'm not a neutral person, I like colour, but in actual fact I've got quite hooked on them. But anyway, I decided then that I wasn't going to do it a vintage tone, because my last 1 or 2 projects have been done kind of in those tones. So I went for bought in some pink. It's kind of like a vintage style, but it's got the introduction of pink and lemon. So here we go. And probably some glue strands, because there's always glue strands I haven't spotted. Look, as soon as I put it down there I can spot thousands. Well, not quite thousands, it's a bit of an exaggeration. Now Sharon said she recognises people by their hands. So there you go, Sharon. My hand, and if you're watching this, hi, and I hope your procedure tomorrow goes well, love. You know, lots of people thinking about you and caring about you. Okay, so yes, so that is the tussie mussy. There it is. And I quite like this. Some people cut off the back of their tussie mussies, but this one you couldn't because it's pretty hard. But I actually like the back. I like the way it goes up. It did have a hole in it for just sticking through onto the wall, but I covered that up because I wanted to hang mine with a pretty ribbon, as we do. So, okay, you know, this is really self-explanatory when you just look at this, I guess. Glue strings. Every time I pull out glue strings, I start to feel like Fiona Jennings, because hers was the first channel and videos I started watching when I come to YouTube, and she was forever moaning about the glue strings, and I find exactly I'm doing it myself. So anyway, here's this fabric here, and I wound it around a couple of times, but you can still see the sort of the textured bit underneath and the cream paint. And that's just the back. That's quite simple because obviously it needs to be flat against the wall. There's some pearl trims, there's some laces, there's some little centre of doilies that I've cut out, you know, between the doilies and little pink things there. And I started off by putting on a couple of small doilies, and they're under there. There's one on the background, and there's another one. And they're identical. Yes, they're identical. 2 ones are similar. And I sort of set them adjacent to each other, if you understand what I mean. One was here and one was here. It's similar to the flowers I'm doing now. And then I bought a whole pile of artificial flowers in a big bunch 2 or 3 weeks ago from an op shop. So I'd been starting to take some of them apart, and I'd taken that one apart and put it together as a flower on a doily backing. So it was like this, except it's slightly different toned, with great big bulky plastic thing in the middle of it, and big plastic things here, and big plastic sort of bits here, and yuck. But pretty flowers. So I took them apart, And as I say, I'd already done that one and put the bling in. This is kind of like a Lily doodad, but not from her shop. I can't remember. I think I got that off eBay. So then I'd already put that onto this doily to make a complete flower. So I popped that in there and thought it looked nice. Then I stripped off another flower and made it up into this and put it onto a doily. And I thought the doily was the same as that one above, but it's slightly different. This not like this one. This has got curved edges. Oh, I don't know actually. No, it is different. It's a little bit different, but anyway, but it's the same colour. So I backed that onto a doily as well, and put the same centre in, and then put it there. And they're sitting on top of the previous doilies that I actually glued down. So they're just sitting there. Then I came down to the bottom and I wound around some of this very pretty organza embroidered lace, just to cover that bottom bit of the cone. And after that, it was just a matter of really sticking some embellishments on. I knew I wanted to put this Cupid in. It's coming up for Christmas, so I've got to have some cherubs around. He's not a Cupid, he's a cherub, sorry. He's a cherub playing a violin. And I knew I wanted to put him somewhere on this project. I thought he was going to come out of here, but in the end he just told me that he wanted to be there amongst the flowers, so that's where he's gone. And his other leg is hidden behind that rose. So he's there playing his violin, playing sweet music for us. And there's a Wild Orchid Craft open rose, quite a large one, probably about 25 millimeters, I guess. It's not the 40, but. And then I put one over here to kind of balance it all out. And I made up a stick pin. I bought a necklace with these lovely ceramic pink heart beads, and they had little pink, I haven't got it here actually, I've put it somewhere else, little pink normal beads in between them, and then tiny little spacer beads, which one of those is there. But so I took them apart for this project and used this here and one of the spacer beads, and the other two are just some other things in the little crystal top. So that just goes in there. I haven't glued it in, and I probably won't. Now, isn't it always the way, you can't get it in once you've taken it out? Anyway, there you go. And that rose was put there just to keep it snug so it didn't fall out. This is a very pretty little embroidered butterfly, organza butterfly, and I just popped in these two little pink beads and another little Wild Orchid Craft rose there. So I got a packet of these very cheaply off, that's the wrong side, no it isn't, off eBay. I don't know which is, yeah, there's quite a few in there. And then I came up to the top bit. I always do things back to front. I should have done there's that stick pin. Should have done the top bit first, but you know me, I tend to do things back to front and then think as I go along. So I put in this pearl trim here, and then over the top of that I put a little lace on, which you can't see anymore. And then over the top of that I put this, which is this lovely pink organza and white lace trim. Haven't used that for a wee while, so that was nice. And then I put this, people will be very familiar with this piece of lace, I got so much of it. I put that in, that gathered cream lace beneath that. So that's that. And that went all the way around the cone. And then I popped in a doily into the back of that and started filling this up with flower. First thing I did was I put a bit of ivory tulle, nice soft tulle in there, scrunched it all up and pushed it in, and then I started putting the flowers around, and these are 3 white open roses, and they're fabric. I got them from a local craft shop, and they're rather nice actually. I left the leaves on them because the leaves are not that harsh dark green. They're a lovely citrony green, so I always leave the leaves on because they're very pretty. You can't see a lot of them, you just see touches. Then I took the green back leaves off the Wild Orchid Craft because they are that dark green, which I didn't want, and just dotted them around. There's a little crystal bead in there, one poke down there, and this is bringing up the line here, so this is following this line and that's following that line. It's a little pink bead there, and then I glued some pink beads onto the tulle there. This is what I'm hanging it by, which is it's got stretches of sort of, it's organza, sort of cream, and then little patches of pink which has been sprayed on, so that will hang it. I can't think of what else I might have done. I think I've showed you the back. There's the back with the pearls. Yeah, so that's it. I'm very pleased. Being my first Tussie Mussy, I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. They're funny shapes to work with. You know, I mean, the next one I do, I'll know more about how to do stuff and how to work it. But in actual fact, I'm very pleased with this. It's pretty, I think. Once I get that stick pin in there, that's better. That's where it should be. Yeah, I think it's pretty, and I love the inclusion. That, you know, I was so pleased that I had enough of these to put around just there, because I think they look just so pretty there. So there you go. I hope everybody likes it, and if you do like it, leave a comment. That would be great. It's always so encouraging when you do things and, you know, people make a nice comment. If you don't like it, then, you know, it's okay to leave a comment, but don't make it nasty. So far I haven't had that, but I know other people have, and I think that would be awful. But anyway, there you go. So I'm just going to lay that there, let you stare at it for a minute. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm going to say au revoir, and see, I said I was only going to do Christmas projects from now on, and I have done some Christmas projects, and I will be showing them. Now here's just just to prove that I have done some Christmas projects. There's one, but I'm going to be showing those on another video. I want to do a few more. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I'll say bye. Bye.